So the task is you have a template figure with elements with the right, let's say, font size and width and data size that you and your mentor or whoever has agreed upon. This is the style that we want to go with. And you have this PDF that you just created from MATLAB. So obviously you open it in Illustrator and you want to make this figure from PDF from MATLAB looks as nice as this. And the task is just to copy the format from over there into this figure. So the simplest thing to do, of course, you have different like layout of the figures of the canvas. So let's just ignore whatever PDF gave you. Copy all the elements, so Control A, Control C, and bring it over to your template. So in a blank layers, you don't have to worry about that too much, but you just paste it in. Now you'll see that there's some background elements there. Let's ignore that. So let's remove that. And then I will be zooming in and zooming out with Alt mouse wheel, but you can also do that over here to look at, less or more of the canvas. Okay, so you have this. So first you want to rescale this figure to the same size as this, and the safest way to do that is to highlight everything and then go to objects, because everything is treated as object elements in Illustrator. Go to object, transform, scale, and then right now you're at 100%, but you want to reduce that to some number. So you could either eyeball it if it's a different type of plots. For example, like, line plots, box plot, not the exact same one that you want to replicate. But in this case, I do have the exact same type of not box plot that I want to replicate. So I'm not just gonna eyeballing like 50% or whatever, right? I'm gonna calculate what percentage that I need to get it at. So you can see here, the most important elements is to have the data point legible, visible for the reader. I can shift this groove left and right and it doesn't really matter, as well as maintaining the y-axis, because that's also an information that we want to maintain and convey to the reader. So first off, I want to read what is the size of this. So I highlight it and then I see I can copy the size here, so 3.5. That's the size we want. What is the size we're at? I highlight the one I have and it's 6.5. So then we just need to scale it. So I kind of wrote it down here for simple math that we are gonna do. So in the scaling window, we have 6.5 being 100%, 3.59 blah 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 being whatever percentage that we need to get to scale down to get to this size. And so that would just be 3.5938 times 100% divide by 6.5. So we want to scale it down to like 55.29%. Right. Okay, so let's do that. So that's step one done is for scaling. Let me just give me a second. So I go again, object, transform, scale. And then I want 55.29. I can preview it by clicking this window. And if you click copy, then it'll create a copy of the smaller scaled one, as well as maintaining the old element. Here, I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to click OK and have only one copy of that. So you can kind of see here, they all look roughly the same size. So now, when I have all those elements, I need to copy like the font size, the information's all here, so the font type, the font size. And so I have Arial regular 8 points. I could either copy straight this and then change the name, or I'll do that here. So I'll have Arial 8 points. Usually I make this in the middle just so that it's easier to line up later, or for someone else to come in and change your format. So you see here, this is black, it's 1 point. So I want to replicate that over here as well. And you can see all of this is Arial regular 8 points. So I'll go highlight all of them, Arial regular 8 points. And then once you change the size of the axis, you'll notice that the the numbers aren't aligned. And so what I'll do, I'll go to paragraph, make them all centered. And in addition, I'll go to align and I'll click this horizontal align right. You'll see all that shifted. And then you can see that it's all gray and not exactly black. So here you go to fill, appearance fill, and that's where the color change is. So you change that to black. And that's it for changing that. Now for changing the color of the boxes you have in the back here. So you'll have, you can highlight that box and then you go to the eyedropper. Or you can also click I believe, yeah. And then you pick the color that you want. So let's say right here. There, you see how it's changed? Go back to the selection tool, select the next box. All right, so that's one way you can change that because we have the template elements right here. Templates color. If you don't have the template color, another way to change this is through knowing the code for the color. So you have this color information right here under appearance. You can click to this color mixer and it'll tell you the exact hex code for that color. So you copy that, Control C, you go to your box, you go there, you change that hex code, enter, and it changed to the color you want. So let me just quickly edit this to make it black, to make it 1 point. Now one important thing, if I have something like this, and let's say I made a mistake and squeeze it up, I have it the right size, but I have the right size, but I kind of like expand it a little bit. It looks a little off. I want to make sure, did I accidentally expand it? I can go here to this dot 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 and I can check in this vertical direction is 100% scale, but in this horizontal directions I actually scale this larger, so I'll just bring it back to 100% and then it goes back. Now you're worried like, oh, it's shifted, it's not left align again. Just highlight all of them and then left align. And that's it. Let me know if you have any other question.